Saturday Night Baseball is live and on the air on the show. And now here's the star of the show, the one, the only, Johnny Baker. Well, thank you there, Bobby. Like the little introduction. We'd like to welcome you into the live broadcast. It is Game 5 of our 6-game set between the visiting Springfield Cardinals and your San Antonio Missions. Well, tonight is Crayola night here at the ballpark. All kids will get beautiful Crayola and coloring books as they enter the ballpark, and so far, pretty good. Our two teams conclude the series tomorrow night at 7:05, our first pitch, as we will have Bark in the Park Sunday, presented by our pet supply places, Petco, PetSmart, and of course, your friendly neighborhood, West Creek Trail Rides. Missions hit the road. They head to Frisco for the 6-game set, starting Tuesday through Sunday, and then it'll be back home at the Wolf on Tuesday night, August 18th through the 23rd, taking on the visiting Northwest Arkansas Naturals. Go online now at samissions.com, purchase and print your tickets from home. You can also download Bally Live here. And don't forget, it's all free. It's always free. And you never have to pay out of pocket. It is free, free, free. So download Bally Live. Also, watch us all season long here on YouTube Live. And so far, you are good to go. Well, I'm joined in the booth by my partner and friend, Bob. How you doing there, Bobby?
Doing good there, Johnny. How are you doing?
Doing good. You doing all right tonight?
Yeah, doing really good, Johnny.
Well, I got to say, what a good night it was for San Antonio as they came in and took the ball game last night. And so far, yeah, we need to look for that final score. And do believe I have it right here. But yeah, anyway, a nice evening as we go along the way. As Game 4 was a pretty good one, and tonight being Game 5 here against Springfield. And so far, yeah, we'll go ahead and get things going. Well, it was the visiting Springfield Cardinals and the San Antonio Missions, as it was a featured $2 promotion night with specials. Jamie Hitt delivered an exceptional performance in his first AA debut, throwing 6 complete shutout innings with 9 strikeouts. Nate Mondew broke the scoreless tie in the bottom of the 4th with a massive 429-foot 2-run homer, and the Mission secured a 2-0 shutout finish, with Garrett Hawkins earning the save. The Missions held the Cardinals to only 3 hits in the entire game, which that right there, pretty good. 2-0 finish. That was a really good ball game last night, as Nate Mondew, the hot corner third baseman, hits a 2-run homer, and that 2 runs held up the ball game really good, like a pillar nearly. But anyway, pretty good night for San Antonio last night. Bobby, what was your reaction on that as well?
Well, I got to say, Johnny, it was a really great performance by Nate Mondew, Jamie Hitt, and so many others as well.
Well, anyway, Bobby, we do have a returning San Antonio Mission from the San Diego Padres organization, and he is out there at second base. We return back Nate Mondew, or actually not correction. Marcos Castañon is back on the roster, as he is now getting in a rehab assignment for the Missions. So he will be back through this month and next month as well. And so far, well, probably getting called back to San Diego. But all the more reason is he's got work in AA left. and so far pretty good. So returning as a second baseman, Marcos Castañon, who will be out playing at second base tonight, which that will be pretty good. Hans Kraus is the starter tonight, and so far he's going to have the game for the Missions, and so far he will be in for his first in 2026 as he gets ready to go. Well, my friends, let's get down to the ball game as we present this Saturday evening. Don't forget, after the game, sit back, relax, and enjoy the best fireworks show, courtesy of Dr. Pepper. Missions wearing their road grays tonight, as we all know. Springfield wearing their road reds, and so far pretty good on that. Right-handed starter is Hans Kraus, ERA 2.84, 31.8%, and strikeout rates 167 over a 152. What's that right there? Pretty good. Left fielder Zach Levittson getting ready to go for Springfield. Kraus getting ready to go. 3 magic words. Let's play ball. Here's the first pitch. That one lined foul, and it's 0-1. And we are underway here tonight at 7:07 here this evening. The 0-1. Right there, ground ball. Castañon has it. Throws down to Romeo Sanabria, and that is out number 1. With that, let's give the visiting Springfield Cardinals the starting lineups. Levittson, Bencho, Baez will lead it off. Page, Ortiz, Petrutz, Ragsdale, Rodriguez, and Richardson III will line it out for the Springfield Cardinals. Right fielder, Juan Bencho as he comes in. Native from Hong Kong. And get ready to go, and that's a weak fly contact right there. First base, Sanabria takes it himself. Out number 2.
Shortstop, number 23.
Well, the shortstop is Jesus Baez as he leads it off for Springfield. San Antonio wearing the road grays tonight because the home white uniforms are dirty. So they decided to go with the road grays tonight. 1 ball, no strikes, 2 outs. Nobody on for the Cardinals. And that one's a sinker down and inside, 1-1. Well, it was a great day today. We went out to West Creek Trail Rides. We watered a lot of horses. We did a lot of great stuff. I got to see Picani. He is doing good. We do have the update video coming out this next week. So tune in for that special episode when it releases next Saturday here in this one. 1-2. That one called. Third strike. They got him. Side retired. So no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left for Springfield. And we go now to the bottom half of the first inning. No score through 1.5. We're back after this as we get ready to go. Right-handed starter will be Mason Burns as he'll come in for the Springfield Cardinals. And so far, a pretty good right-handed starter. He's got a 94 on the four-seam slider, changeup, and a sinker to get ready to go. Francisco Acuna will lead it off as we get ready to go. But first, let's go to commercial message. We'll be right back here on Missions Baseball Network.
Well, about set to go for the bottom of the first inning for San Antonio. Right now, the Missions Baseball Network. Well, the batter now is Francisco Acuna as Mason Burns will get going for the Springfield Cardinals. He puts that one in for a strike, 0-1. And we are underway to the bottom half of inning number 1 for the San Antonio Missions. The 0-1 offering. That one is right there. Line drive. That is a base hit. Francisco Acuna rounds first. Going to second. And he's got a double meat cheeseburger coupon for everybody. That one courtesy of Whataburger. Got to say, wow, that was a pretty good hit by Francisco Acuna as he delivered that fastball right to straightaway center, just shy of right field, which that right there was a pretty good line hit. Yeah, it sure was there, Bobby. When you can actually get a line drive, that makes you feel good in this one. Yeah, for sure. Center fielder is Kai Roberts. He comes in. Here's the pitch. That one high. Oh, yikes. They're going to argue with that one. That one was high. No, never mind. They called it high, but Jeff Andrews says it's in there for strike 1. That should have been a ball right there, but most evidently, that will really cook your goose later on. Well, call got overturned on the 1-1. Now it's 0-2. Ouchie. Yeah, you could say that again. Change up is outside, 1-2. One ball, 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Got him down chasing for the out. And with that, let's give the San Antonio starting lineups here in this one. Acuna, Roberts, and Murphy, Sanabria, Carpathios, Dungan, Mondu, Linares, and Castañon. Good to see Marcos Castañon back in the Missions lineup after a long time being up in San Diego, which apparently now coming back for rehab, and so far pretty good. Left fielder Kai Murphy coming in. 1 ball and no strikes to count. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one is a high pop-up straight away. Up to right field. And the runner's tagging up. There he goes. And he's up to third safely on the flyout. Now San Antonio has their first run 90 feet away from the scoring end. First baseman Romeo Sanabria coming in now. 2 outs, runner at third. That one has popped up high in the air. Straight away, it goes foul. So 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. That one right there to short. Throw him down at first in time, and they will escape danger. And this half inning goes unscathed. No runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left at third. And we head for the second inning. No score, 3-1. So we'll be right back as Trey Page will lead it off for Springfield when we come back. Well, as we lead off the second inning, we'll go ahead and give some scores. Wichita leads it 4-2, top of the seventh inning. Amarillo leading it against Arkansas there at All-American Ballpark, North Little Rock, Arkansas. Sod Poodles 8-4 against the Travelers. That's top half of the eighth inning. Midland leading it 1-0 in the bottom of the second inning. No score here in San Antonio as we get ready for inning number 2. And Corpus Christi leading 2-1 against the Tulsa Drillers there at beautiful Bayfront Park in Corpus Christi, Texas. We're about set to go. Here is Trey Page as we lead off the second inning for Springfield. Here's the pitch.
Ball one.
Downstairs for the ball. It's 1-0. So far, great evening for everybody. Nice and warm day today as, boy, the sun was out. The humidity was high. Can I say that again? The humidity was really high. Forgive my little stutteriness. 1 ball, 2 strikes. That one ground ball straight away. Sanabria takes it to the first base bag. That's out number 1.
Third baseman, number 57.
Third baseman Danielle Ortiz coming up now for the Springfield Cardinals. Here's the windup and the pitch. That one is right there. Line drive for a base hit. And that goes all the way to the wall. And he's going to go all the way to third with a 1-out triple. So he hit that one on the literacy screws. Well, literacy screws? What are you talking about? Just putting words in there, Bobby. Ian Petrutz coming in now. As he comes in, 0-1 the count. No balls, 1 strike. Here is the pitch.
That's a ball.
And that one's down and outside, 1-1. Well, he'll pick up the rosin bag and at least have a good grip on the baseball as well. Here's the 1-1 offering. Right there, ricochet foul, 1-2. Now completely covered by the sunlight. Behind the plate is covered in shadows. 1-2. Right there, called strike 3. They got him down. One more to get out of the half inning unscathed, and we'll see how San Antonio gets out of it. Josiah Ragsdale coming in, pops that one up right there. And that is out number 3. So they will escape danger. And that will do it. No runs, a hit, no errors. And they leave 1 on. 2.5, no score. As we go to the second inning for the Missions. So we'll be right back as Braden Carpathios will lead it off for inning number 2 when we come back. Well, we lead it off in the bottom half of the second right now for the Missions Baseball Network. Thank you, Bobby. Brandon Carpathios coming in as he'll take that one downstairs. 1 ball, no strikes. Mason Molina, Brandon Clark, 2 left-handed relievers coming in for Springfield. Forgive my little stutteriness. I work on that every single day. Right there, line drive, base hit to right field. And San Antonio towards their second hit. Getting 1 in the bottom of the first, now 1 in the bottom of the second inning, which that right there, pretty good indeed. What's that? Really good. In now is Clay Dungan. Here's the windup and the pitch, and that's going to be right there. And out number 2. Oh, out number 1. Pulling your leg there. Hopefully you guys are still awake after a long day it's been. Third baseman Nate Mondu coming in. Hopefully San Antonio getting another win, as this guy last night blew a 2-run fastball out of the yard, and it was right there up to that stadium light post out there, which that was pretty good. That's line foul, 0-2. Here's the 0-2 offering, and that one's going to be right there, line drive, and they are going to run it down. They can't catch up to it. Runner going all the way from first, and he scores in the RBI double. Nate Mondu gets that run home. It's now San Antonio 1-0. Boy, that was a really good hit. He had it right where he wanted it. Now Nate Mondu out there at second base. Here's Oswaldo Linares as he comes in. Takes that one in for strike 1, 0-1 the count. Here's the 0-1 offering. And he went for it for strike 2. Ooh, boy, that is one thing you have to hold up and make sure that you don't get caught chasing. And right there, a changeup. That is strike 3 swinging, and he goes down for out number 2. The batter now is Marcos Castañon. Welcome back, good old Marcus. As he comes in, 0-1 the count. Having the rehab assignment here in San Antonio, which that is good. Here's the 0-1. Right there, out of play, foul, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes. That one high for a ball, 1-2. One and 2 offering. And that one is ricochet high. Foul in the way. And it's out of play. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here's the offering. Swing and a miss. They got him down. Blew it right by him. And that ends the inning. But Nate Mondu gets the RBI double. Pushes across the run. And it's a San Antonio 1-0 lead. Third inning coming up. The catcher now, Rainiel Rodriguez, as he comes in. We welcome you back to Missions Baseball here in San Antonio. Here's the first pitch here in inning number 3, as that one is foul. It's 0-1. San Antonio 1-0 against Springfield. The Cardinals trail that 1 run. And that one ricochet foul. It's 0-2. Here's the 0-2 offering. That one right there. And that is over the head of Sanabria. And that is out for a base hit.
Second baseman, Trey Richardson.
Boy, that was almost caught by the first baseman, Sanabria. Could have almost had it, but evidently ground ball to a Taco Bell double play would be really good.
Ball.
Trey Richardson, the third, coming in for Springfield. Batting average .416. Over a 500. That is really good. He's had 9 home runs and 22 RBIs thus far.
Inside ball.
That one is outside for a count now 2-0. 2-0 delivery.
Ball, that's upstairs.
And that is ball 3. So 3-0 the count now. Levittson awaits on deck for the Cardinals. Here's a 3-0 offering.
Aye.
That one up the pipe. It's 3-1. And Krause waiting on 24 pitches thus far for the San Antonio right-handed starter. 3-1. Swing and a miss. He got him 3-2. Looking pretty snazzy out there for Krause. 3-2 offering. Right there, ricochet foul, and that goes behind the backstop. But so far, pretty good if he could try to get him out. Getting ready to go. 3-2 offering. High in the air. Left fielder Murphy looks at it. Can't go over there to get it, because that one's far out of reach. 3-2 offering. Here is the pitch one more time.
Nope.
And that is ball 4. So now first and second now.
Left fielder, number 4.
Good hold up by Trey Richardson III. And here's the left fielder, Zach Levittson. Here's the pitch. That one right there. And that's going to be lined for the base hit. And the first run scores in, and now we are tied at 1-1. Man, so that 1-run lead evaporated very quickly. Yeah, because due to the fact of the base hit coming in, that was just something that Springfield was just waiting to do, was tie up the ball game. Now second and third, nobody out. Juan Ben Cho coming in. The pitch is inside for a count now, 0-1, 0-for-1 ground out. Springfield has an opportunity to take the lead, and hopefully they do. Maybe they will. We'll see. Slider outside, 1-1. Oh, so you go for Springfield, don't you? No. Bobby, we live here in San Antonio. San Antonio's been our home for a long time. But, you know, I mean, you can't win all the ball games, but it is a battle at times when you see two division teams going upon each other, which Springfield and everybody in the North Division will take up for the South Division. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Here is the pitch. That one right there. Throw down to first. In time, Sanabria gets the out. Runners hold at second and third.
Now batting, shortstop, number 23.
So a pretty good one. Here's a shortstop, Jesus Baez. 1-1 tie here in the top of the third, second and third. 1 away. Krause now at 34 pitches. That one high fly in the air. And here comes the run, and is in across the score with a sacrifice fly. Now Springfield leads it 2-1. Trey Page coming in, 0 for 1 ground out. Runner at third is number 4. Or correction, number 4 at second base. I'm just making sure that if y'all are paying attention, that's pretty good. Make sure y'all are. Yeah, make sure you're telling that to the kids when they start school on Monday. Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, hope you guys are ready to go back to school.
Ball 2.
Because school starts the day after tomorrow. Bet a lot of y'all be like, oh, no, please. No school. I don't want to go back to school. Oh, you're funny. Oh, man. You cry like a baby. Yeah, I kind of do. 2 runs come in across the score. Springfield leads it as we go to the bottom of the third. Left-handed reliever is Mason Molina as he gets ready to go. And Francisco Acuna will lead it off for the bottom of the third as we get ready to go. Springfield leading it 2-1 here in this one. Well, we go to the bottom of the third right now for the Missions Baseball Network. Francisco Acuna to lead it off here in the bottom of the third. 1, 2, 3 due up against the reliever Mason Molina. And here's the 0-1. That one lofted high in the air, and that one foul, 0-2. Well, I gotta tell you, Jonathan, that was funny when you cry like a baby. Ow!
Ball got him right there.
Well, the ball got him in the shoulder, so now that's going to be a free walk for Francisco Acuna. Got drilled by the pitch. And here is center fielder Guy Roberts. You know, Bobby, I got to say, a lot of kids might say, oh, we don't cry like that. You know, some of them would probably say, oh, boo-hoo, boo-hoo. Or, you know, cry like how I did. Yeah, you're funny. Well, 1 ball, 1 strike, 1 on, nobody out.
That's a ball.
That one downstairs, 2-1. And Amarillo 8-4 in the final in Arkansas. And boy, they beat the Arkansas Travelers by 4 runs. Well, Amarillo gets their 57th as they take down Arkansas tonight. Here's a left fielder, Kai Murphy, as he comes in. Look at the strikeout right there. Man, so far, pretty good. Murphy comes in 0 for 1. And the pitch, and that one's going to be high fly in the air up to left field. And that is out number 2. Corpus Christi leading 3-1 against the Tulsa Drillers. First baseman Romeo Sanabria over 1 a ground out. Boy, it looked like Wichita and Northwest Arkansas fixing to be done with their ball game. They are 5-2, top of the 9th inning. Midland leads 1-0 against the Frisco Rough Riders there at Franco Park in Midland, Texas. No balls and 2 strikes. The count. Here's the windup and delivery. Outside for a ball, 1-2. 8 ball clubs going. Amarillo beats Arkansas 8-4. And that one's going to fall down for a line drive base hit. Now first and second. Tying run at second base. The go-ahead at first, which that is really good right there. But every kid tonight in the game got the Crayola and also the missions booklet that we gave them. They could color that, and a pretty good night just for coloring it. Well, that will do for this half inning. No runs, 2 hits. Or should I say, a run on 2 hits. No errors and 2 left on. And we go to the 4th. It's Springfield 2, San Antonio 1. Well, we go to the top half of the fourth inning. Right now, the Missions Baseball Network. Well, I gotta say, something's going on.
Now pitching.
Jamie Hitt is on the mound in relief as a left-handed reliever tonight. Second time coming out for the Missions as he started yesterday for his Double-A in San Antonio debut. Daniel Ortiz greening up Jamie Hitt. As he takes a strike inside, it's 0-1. You know, and I gotta say, on a 2-0 shot by Nate Mondu, Jamie Hitt got the W. He had a 2-0. You know, his bullpen got it pretty good for him. And so far, Topps player of the game. Topps has always also been a proud sponsor of minor league baseball, which they still are to this day. Ian Petrucci's coming in now. One away, nobody on for Springfield. The fourth inning, that one foul. It's 0-1. No balls, one strike, the count, and here is the pitch. That one's in for a strike. It's 0-2. 0-2, one more time. That one right there, ground ball, straight away to Francisco Acuna. He'll give it to Sanabria. Makes it out number 2.
22.
What a play that is. Josiah Ragsdale, the center fielder, coming in. 0-1 pop out. Here is the pitch. And that one ricochet foul, 0-1. The 0-1 offering. And that one foul. Boy, just a good night for Missions Baseball. Here tonight, tomorrow evening, 7:05, as we wrap up this series finale against Springfield. That one right there now to play 0-2. Well, we're up in Frisco starting Tuesday through Sunday next week. And then back home to take on Northwest Arkansas starting on Tuesday night, August 18th through the 23rd. Well, anyway, that pretty much sums up everything. We go now to the bottom of the fourth. So no runs, hits, or errors, and nobody left on. It is Springfield 2, San Antonio 1. Clay Dungan will get things going as we go for the bottom of the fourth coming up. Well, we go to the bottom of the fourth right now for the Missions Baseball Network. Thank you there, Bobby. And here is Clay Dungan as he'll lead it off for ball one. Beautiful clouds, orange and blue. High pop-up right there to the Springfield catcher. And caught in front of the home dugout. And also in front of the audience as well. Nate Mondu, the third baseman, coming in. 1-for-1 RBI double in the second. Was also last night's two-run shot. Here is the first pitch offering. Right there, ground ball straight away up to the shortstop. Throw down to first in time. They get him by a step for out number 2. That'll bring in Oswaldo Linares. So there it is. That's how you say his name. Linares. It's not Linares. Linares. It's Linares. Well, that's a good thing that you're sounding out his last name pretty good. The 0-1 offering. Yeah, Bobby, it is. Well, Wichita wins against Northwest Arkansas, final 5-2. They're at Riverboat Field in Springdale, Arkansas. Well, that will pretty much do it as the side is retired. So we go to the 5th inning. Springfield leads it 2-1. Rodriguez, Richardson, and Levinson will get things going. Here is the catcher, Rainiel Rodriguez. Here's the windup and the pitch. That's a high pop-up straightaway up to right field. Carpathios runs it down in time for out number 1.
Now batting, second baseman, Trey Richardson.
Trey Richardson, the third, walk in the third inning. Here is the first pitch. Swing and a miss. They got him in for strike 1. No balls and 1 strike the count. The 0-1 offering. And that one is high fly in the air. On the warning track is Carpathios. He makes the play. Awfully close of getting out of this ballpark. And Springfield would have added another run to their 2-1 advantage. Left fielder is Zach Levinson. Here's the pitch, and that's going to be hit to Francisco Acuna, right to Sanabria, and that will do it. The side retired. Well, no runs hit to Rivers and nobody left on for Springfield, and we're 5.5. Cardinals lead it 2-1. The batter now, second baseman Marcos Castañon. 9-1-2 due up against Mason Molina. And Bobby, go ahead, take some from here.
Thank you there, Johnny. And 0-1 the count now as Molina throws the first pitch in to Castañon. And here's the 0-1 offering. That one high fly. High fly in the air. Deep up to center field, and the right fielder gets it for out number 1.
Oh, what's wrong with you? You tired already?
Well, I just had to yawn. That's all I had to do.
Oh, okay.
Well, the batter now, Francisco Acuna, coming in now. As he takes that one, a swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Here's the pitch, and that one is lofted high in the air, up to left field, and that is out number 2.
Boy, San Antonio not doing pretty good in this half inning, but hopefully they could try to get something going, getting into the later innings.
Yeah, for sure, Johnny. They're only trailing this game by a run, so continuously, I don't think they give up on hope.
They can still win it if they choose to put their faith and belief that they can win it. Like last night, 2-0. That was a good game right there, Johnny. It sure was. I don't disagree with you not one bit. The 2-0 and a swing and a miss. It's 2-1. The pitch. That one's in for a strike. It's 2-2. 2-2 offering. That one ricochet into the dirt right at first in time, and that will end the inning. Well, no runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on for San Antonio. And we go to the 6th inning. Springfield leads it 2-1. Well, halfway through this ball game as we give you the play-by-play of this first half. So far, Springfield leads the run advantage. It's 2-1. And so far, hope everybody is having a good time here at tonight's ball game. And don't forget, we do have fireworks after this one. So make sure you stick around and watch the best spectacle. That is the fireworks show courtesy of the San Antonio Missions. Don't forget, our firefighters are standing by in case if anything catches on fire, so they do have the water hydrants on standby after tonight's fireworks show. We head for the top of the 6th inning. It is number 13 for Springfield, and that is Juan Ben Cho as he leads it off. Well, always a good thing to make sure that the San Antonio Fire Department is always prepared for an incident, like a case if a firework goes out of control or anything. You know, you really got to make sure you pay attention, you know, put out the fires, make sure nothing catches on fire, you know, because one spark does it. That is for sure. Mondu straight to Sanabria, gets the out at first, and it's one down. It's kind of like how lightning is. You know, you have all them areas to the western regions, and, you know, they get that lightning but no rain. That's literally a sparker waiting to happen. And if any dry grass catches on fire due to the lightning, or a tree catches on fire due to the lightning, then you can have a serious problem right there if it's not properly handled. Well, you know, firefighters, they put their lives on the line when it comes to thunderstorms. Well, especially this year, San Antonio has had some pretty incredible lightning storms in the past. We've had a lightning storm. May 1st, we were in Tulsa. And I got to say, our equipment, you know, our broadcast booth was literally destroyed because of the lightning. And so far, we had to replace this equipment. And it was not cheap to replace it. We had to pay at least about $540 just to replace it. But evidently my dad says, son, you got to remember to unplug your electronics when it comes to lightning storms. And I wholeheartedly agree. That would do. If a surge protector doesn't work, that's the only solution that will protect your electronics from ever getting touched by that voltage of electricity that comes from your thunderstorms. Yeah, that is true there, Johnny. Trey Page coming in, 2 outs, nobody on, top of the 6th inning. Springfield leads it 2-1 in this half inning.
Ball, that's high.
That one is high and outside, is 1 ball and no strikes. But to tell you one thing, Bobby, I really do not think that this thunderstorm season is over, but all the more reason is it's been quiet through the past couple of, well, I should say weeks, but so far July has been one heck of a rainy start. Yes, you know, we had the rain, the 6 plus 7 inches worth here in San Antonio. And then the tornado we got right off of IH-10 and 1604 just to the west side of town. That one high in the air. Up to right field, Carpathios. And that is the half inning over. Well, we go to the bottom of the 6th inning. Kai Murphy to lead it off. Sanabria and Carpathios will be in behind him as we get ready to go. So we'll have a new right-handed reliever will be on the mound for Springfield when we come back. Well, about set to go for the bottom half of the 6th inning. Right now, the Missions Baseball Network. Right-handed reliever Darlin Saladin is on the mound for Springfield. 4-seam slider changeup and a 2-seam fastball toward the scouting report of our new relief guy on the mound for the Cardinals. Here is left fielder Kai Murphy. He hits that one high in the air, up in left field, and that is out number 1. Oh, he doesn't stay out there for far too long, but you look at it, he came in, didn't survive at all. I mean, just one pitch, one high fly, and boy, you're out right there. Romeo Sanabria getting ready to go. Here's the windup and the pitch. Swing and a miss, it's 0-1. Jack Feinley and Tyler Brad, the lefty and a righty, warming up towards the Springfield bullpen, which so far pretty good. Here's the 0-1 offering. That one is high fly in the air. And that is out number 2.
Now batting, right fielder, number 22.
Well, the right fielder, Braden Carpathios, 1 for 2 single. Here's the windup and the pitch. High fly in the air. Playable? No. Can't get it. That will land foul. So he got lucky there.
Nope.
Outside for the ball, 1-1. The pitch. Ricochet, foul in the dirt. Slider down, 1-2. 1-2 offering, and that one is foul. So 2 fouls. Trying to protect the plate. That one is high fly in the air, and that goes to center and ends the half inning. So it's no runs, no hits, no errors, and nobody left on. And we head for the 7th inning. Springfield leads it 2-1. So we go to the next half inning. Here is Daniel Ortiz, 1 for 2, a triple last time around. Jamie hit now at 23 pitches through his relief in time on San Antonio. That one up to the left field area is left fielder Kai Murphy making the play. That's 1 down.
The designated hitter, number 43.
Designated hitter Ian Petrutz coming in now. 0 for 2, a strikeout and a ground out. With Jamie hit coming into the 2nd time this week in for San Antonio. Boy, he was a good starter last night in the series, which that is pretty good. Here's the pitch inside for a cold strike, 0-2. 7th inning, 2-1 ball game here in the 7th. That one is a high pop-up, and that's going to get down for a base hit. So a 1-out single continues the half inning.
Now batting, center fielder.
As Petrutz now gets on the first base. That'll bring in Josiah Ragsdale. Ragsdale coming in right there and in. Strike 1. It's 0-1. 0 for 2. Strikeout and a pop out here tonight for Springfield's center fielder. Here's the 0-1. Right there, a swing and a miss. Ooh, getting him chasing on that fastball. Good old Uncle Charlie. Here's the 0-2 offering. And that is going to be right there. Doesn't look over to the second base area. And that will be out number 2.
Now batting, catcher, number
So
31.
Ragsdale being the second out of the half inning. Here is Rainiel Rodriguez. 1 for 2 single. And ready or not, the pitch. That one is outside. Boy, make him jump out of the way of that fastball pitch. And it's 1-0. Just a partly cloudy evening. Yes, it is getting cool. But still humid out tonight. That one is right there. Line drive, base hit. And here comes the run in across the score. And Rainiel Rodriguez gets the RBI single. And Springfield leads it 3-1. Boy, I tell you what, getting pretty interesting here in this ball game. Trey Richardson the third coming in. And takes that one in for a strike. It's 0-1. 0 for 1, walking a run to the second baseman, Richardson. Here's the 0-1. And that's in for a strike, 0-2. 7th inning stretch about ready to come in. 0-2. Fouls that one off. And that is foul. Here's the pitch. And that one fouled off. Still hanging on. Here's the 0-2 offering. It's that one foul. Still staying alive. The 0-2. Right there, ground ball. Castañon throws to Sanabria. And that ends the half inning. Rainiel Rodriguez gets the RBI single. Pushes across the run. And we go now to the bottom of the seventh. Springfield leads it 3-1. Right-handed reliever Tyler Brad is on the mound now for Springfield. Four-seam slider, circle change, a cutter, and a sinker getting in. But that 95-mile-per-hour four-seam fastball does greatly with his pitch speed and command of that fastball. Clay Duncan coming in. 2-run lead for Springfield. Here's the pitch. That one high in the air and up to left field. Not in time. That's out number 1. All right, before the top half of the 8th inning, we will have a break. Nate Mondu coming in, 1 for 2. RBI double in the second. And that one is drilled high in the air. Boy, watch that one fly out of here. It is gone. That is a moonshot. A solo shot to straightaway center. And San Antonio not far behind now. It's now a 3-2 ball game. Man, that was a good home run by Nate Mondu. And he might just make it up to AAA El Paso before too long. Oswaldo Linares coming in now. Will take a strike inside. 0-1. 0 for 2 strikeout and a flyout. Coming in for San Antonio. Nighttime here in the Alamo City. Springfield having one more night, one more stay. Then tomorrow evening, well, should say spend the night, head home, and that'd be pretty good. That's right there, line drive. That's a base hit, and that will be a 1-out single for Linares. Which that right there would be pretty good. 3-2 ball game. Springfield out in front. Here is the pitch for Castañon. Swings after that one. And it's the count now 0-1. 0 for 2 strikeout and a flyout to the returning ball club as Castañon starting his rehab tonight here in San Antonio. Could be a few weeks. He'll go back to the Padres. So far, just nice that he's back home in San Antonio. 1 ball, 2 strikes the count, and here's the pitch. And right there, a called strike 3, but Castañon is going to find out. But yes, that will be upheld. Strike 3 it is. And they're 2 down. Shortstop Francisco Acuna, 1 for 2 double. Hopefully tie up the ball game and send the fans home happy tonight if they can win it. That's a high pop-up right there. The catcher for Springfield has it, and that ends the half inning. Well, the Cardinals are leading this game by a run, but Nate Mondu gets that RBI. Boy, look at him go. That's his 3rd one of this homestand. And we go to the 8th inning. Zach Levinson will lead it off. Springfield leads it 3-2. Well, about set to go for the top half of the 8th inning right now for the Springfield Cardinals, the Missions Baseball Network. Zach Levinson coming in, 1 for 3. Springfield leading it 3-2. As that one is in for a called strike, it's 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. The pitch right there, a swing and a miss. It's 0-2. One more to get the first out. Wind up and the pitch, and that is right there, out of play. 0-2. 0-2 offering. That one is right there, high in the air, and right in time for left fielder Kai Murphy to run it down and collect the out. Juan Ben Cho, right fielder, 0 for 3, ground out in the first inning, comes to the plate. Here is the pitch. Right there, a swing and a miss. Ooh, that's ugly as it comes in all shapes and forms. When you try to go after it, you come up empty-handed. You still don't get it really good. High pop-up, and that's out number 2. Oh, he ain't happy about that. The catcher gets that ball right there as it popped only up to his head. Just halfway, and he caught it for the out. Here's Jesus Baez. As that is in for a strike, it's 0-1. 0-1. Right there, line drive, base hit to right field. And that is a 2-out single here in this half inning. Trey Page coming in. Takes a strike, it's 0-1. 0 for 3, ground out in the second inning. Don't forget, these two teams conclude the series tomorrow night, 7:05, our first pitch. Don't forget, kids have to be in bed tomorrow. School night on a Sunday as everybody gets ready to return back to the campuses. That is the count now, 0-2. You know, early in the morning at 6:30, kids have to be up, ready to go out the door, grab the lunches. And, you know, parents are probably getting up at that time, getting ready to go to work. The 0-2. High in the air, straight away, up to center. Francisco Acuna gets there, makes the play, and that ends the half inning. Well, I would say no runs on a hit, no errors, 1 left on for Springfield. And we go bottom half of the 8th inning. It's 3-2 Cardinals. Skylar Hales coming into the scouting report as we have a new right-handed reliever, the 4-seam slider and a changeup on towards the scouting report of this one. Bobby, go ahead and get this one going for us. Thank you there, Johnny. Center fielder Sky Roberts as he gets ready to go. Here's the pitch, and that one ricochet foul, 0-1. Nighttime here in our beautiful ballpark, Nelson Wolf. That one is a high pop-up straight away. Second base gets it, and that is out number 1. I would say there, Johnny, if Corpus Christi, and which they've done, took their 50th win in 3rd place, and if San Antonio wins tonight for Springfield, it would be a tie again between the two ball clubs, except Corpus Christi was set in 3rd place, San Antonio in 4th place, Midland at 5th place with 48 and 56. And if Frisco beats them, it will be Frisco's 60th win of the season. Well, we have a score, Midland leading 5-0 in the bottom half of the 7th inning. That one high fly in the air, straight away left. And that's out number 2.
Now batting.
First baseman Romeo Sanabria, 1 for 3 single. Boy, still a long, long season that we still have to take care of, but oh well, we're just a few more weeks in.
No, that's foul.
That one fouled off, 0-1. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch. And that one's going to be hit to the second baseman. Throw down to first in time, and that ends this half inning. No runs, hits, or errors. Nobody left on for the Missions. And we go now to the top half of the 9th inning. Springfield ahead of 1 run. It's 3-2. Third baseman Daniel Ortiz, 1 for 3 triple, leads it off for Springfield. As now we head into the 9th inning. Jamie hit now at 50 pitches. Here is pitch number 51. That 97 on the fastball comes in for a strike. It's 0-1. Well, and I tell you one thing, it's been a pretty good night, except San Antonio has been trailing this game since the very beginning. And yes, Johnny, they need to win it off in the bottom of the 9th inning, which that right there would be huge for the San Antonio Missions. Broken bat popped up to Castañon. In time, out number 1. Well, hopefully San Antonio will have a pretty good chance in the bottom of the 9th, which that would be pretty good. Here is Ian Katrutz as he comes in, 1 for 3. Takes in a strike, it's 0-1. 1 for 3 single and a run by the DH. Well, hopefully everybody is ready for a good night's sleep tonight, because you know I am, and everybody is after a long day it's been. That right there, the count now, 0-2. No balls, 2 strikes to count. And here's the pitch.
Ball, that's inside.
That sinker is downstairs, 1-2. 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss. They got him. 2 down. Now Springfield down to their final out. Here is Josiah Ragsdale. 0 for 3. Strikeout, pop out, and a ground out. So far, we'll see if Hit could go at least 1 more out before retiring for the night. No balls, 1 strike. Here's the pitch.
Ball.
And the slurve is outside, 1-1. So far, just a pretty good night for these 2 ball clubs. One will win it here in this ball game. That one ricochet foul, 1-2. 1-2, 2 outs, nobody on. That one hit high in the air and not playable. That ball goes foul. Here's the pitch. And that one protects the plate is Ragsdale. One and 2 offering. Foul. One ball, 2 strikes. One more time for Jamie Hit. Swing and a miss. They got him. Blew it right by him. The inning is over. Well, the Missions have the bottom of the 9th to do some great work. And we'll get ready to go for that in just a few moments. We'll have a new right-handed reliever as he comes in for Springfield. He's got the closing door assignment coming up for the Springfield Cardinals. Well, we lead it off for the bottom half of the ninth inning for San Antonio right now on the Missions Baseball Network. Randall Clemente coming in now for Springfield as we go to the last half of this ninth inning. Braden Carpathios, the tying run, winning run on deck. And that one is bashed high in the air and up to right field. Boy, that could have been almost out of here, but most evidently that was not where he wanted it. Well, the batter now is Clay Dungan as he comes in. And the pitch. That one ricochet, foul, 0-1. No balls, one strike, the pitch. And that one's going to be right there, up to right field, and that's 2 down. Well, San Antonio down to their final out. Hopefully Nate Mondew could get something going. He did pretty good getting things ready to rock and roll. Another run on the board would tie up the game. And that one's high in the air. And Springfield takes the W. Cardinals take Game 5, a 3-2 final. And so far, that will do it for tonight. Well, this ball game kind of disappointing for the Missions tonight, but Mason Malina will get the win. Hans Kraus will get the loss. Randall Clemente takes the save. Oh, look at that beautiful downtown San Antonio area. Nicely lit like a Christmas tree, if you ask. One more game between the two ball clubs of the South versus North 2 teams, in which that will be pretty good. Missions to their home white uniforms tomorrow. Only a gray uniform tonight. So, pretty much a good thing. Well, anyway, the player of the game is Randall Clemente. He's the top player of the game. Well, anyway, we'll go ahead and get something ready to rock and roll. Boy, San Antonio now down to 49-58. Springfield wins their 54th. And tell you one thing, getting pretty interesting. Well, Midland have a 5-0 advantage against the Frisco Rough Riders. And I tell you what, it gets pretty interesting. When you look at those two teams, the Texas Rangers and the Oakland A's, that is a real good thing. Well, anyway, hope everybody has a good night. This has been our broadcast. And so far, Bob, anything else? I don't think so. I think that's pretty much it for tonight. But anyway, hope everybody safe travel home. See y'all tomorrow evening. Thank you there, Bobby. Well, anyway, see y'all again tomorrow evening for Missions Baseball. Final game of our 6-game set before a 6-game road travel to Frisco starting next week. Well, hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Go home, eat dinner, and get some sleep. Have a good night.